Hey everybody, it's me, Gregor Manarino, back for my post-market wrap-up for this lovely day. I'm glad it's over. Wednesday, January 17th, 2018. People, I'm going to cover something today that took me by surprise. And I think it's something that we have got to pay attention to. It's a new dynamic in this market, and I think it has the potential to be huge for those of us that are looking to capitalize on this. I mean, let's face it. If you follow my blog, you are a capitalist and you want to rip the face off of this market. And we've been doing that, no doubt about it. But I think we're going to kick this up a notch. So let's see if we can put this together here real quick. Let's start off with this. First of all, another screaming record for the stock market. The Dow Jones Industrial Average put on over 300 points today. Now, let's go back a little bit to the video that I did this morning. When I did that video, close to the market open, the stock market was higher by triple digits, but off of its high. It was up about 118 points about that time, way lower than it closed. What was going on at that moment? Well, cryptocurrencies were selling off big time. Now, I had said in the video, I said, you know, maybe this is a warning to us. The cryptocurrency selling off, putting a little bit of pressure here on the stock market. You know, I was looking for some type of a correlation, which actually got confirmed, at least for now, for today. And I want to cover that. Super important. So again, early on today, stocks were again higher at the open, but off their highs as cryptocurrencies sold off. However, during the trading day, some cash started just moving right back into cryptocurrencies. We're talking Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ether, Dash, Ripple, all of them started going back in. And what did that do? Well, as cash started moving back into cryptocurrencies, stocks followed. Stocks followed. Earlier, cryptos were selling off. Stocks were under some pressure. Do you see where I'm going with this? This took me by surprise. Now, another reason why this took me by surprise is this, and you know this if you were following what I'm about to say. Despite the fact that the bond market sold off virtually the entire day, when that cash started moving back into cryptocurrencies, stocks followed. Stocks followed. I think this is huge. Maybe I'm making a big deal out of nothing here, but I don't believe in coincidences. Cash moving out earlier, stocks being under pressure. Again, they were higher, but well off their highs. And then a complete reversal despite what the bond market is doing. Well, you could have been watching all of this in real time, and I believe most of you, or at least some of you, on my website. Well, I have charts of all of this set up for you. You got the bond market chart over on the right side of the page. You got Bitcoin kind of in the middle. All the other cryptocurrencies I just mentioned around the edges. So you could have been paying attention to this as well. I wonder how many of you out here, and I'd love to hear from you as well, if you caught this. Did you catch that happening? Well, definitely took me by surprise. What did I do when I saw this happen? Well, I closed my position. I had puts on IWM. I capitalized on that with a little over 7% gain. I posted it all over my social networks so you could see in real time what I did. Then, in real time, again, I bought this. March in the money calls on SPY, up very nicely on that trade so far, like 15%, maybe a little more than that. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but I know I'm getting a little excited about all this, but this dynamic here is interesting. Like, despite the fact that the entire market cap of cryptocurrencies is a fraction of what the stock market is, it did seem to have an effect on what stocks would do. Very interesting. And I outlined this earlier. I said maybe cryptocurrencies are warning us of something. I believe, after what I saw now, the way the market reacted, if cryptos continued to sell off, stocks probably would have sold off too. Very interesting dynamic, something I will now pay attention to more than ever. And the beauty of it is, I already set it up on my website for myself too, traderschoice.net. You can watch it all right there. I think it's the premier resource, honestly, for anyone who's looking to capitalize on this market. Now, let me just cover a few more things here, people. It's important. The dollar. The U.S. dollar struggled all day. You know, I've been saying for weeks that this dollar has got to rebound. It's been trying over and over and over. It just, every time it does, it fails. The dollar did put on a fractional gain, put a little pressure on precious metals today. Something's up with that dollar, people, so we need to keep our eye on it moving forward. But again, the weaker dollar is stock market positive. You know that. You know that. We do need to see some buying in the bond market in order to keep stocks buoyed where they are, and possibly more cash go back into cryptocurrencies, because this dynamic today was awesome to watch. So I think we can capitalize on this, and at least that's what I'm hoping. Anyway, one more thing I want to talk about real quick. How many of you remember, with a show of hands, okay, you're going to get your hand up in a second if you don't have it. How many of you remember when this guy sitting right here said publicly multiple times, I wrote articles about it, I posted videos about it, that we needed to watch the futures exchanges with regard to Bitcoin. I said it was a case of tail wagging the dog. I told everyone to be cautious. As a matter of fact, I told people to pull profits at that particular time. This is on public record. Since that time, Bitcoin has been nearly cut in half. In fact, it was cut in half earlier today before it started to rebound a little bit. You know, I got ridiculed, bad-mouthed. People wrote articles about me, how wrong I was. Well, to these people, I would love to see you give credit where credit is due. I actually nailed that to the wall. And we're going to see how that plays out moving forward. I never said Bitcoin was going to disappear or anything like that, but I'll tell you something about Bitcoin real quick. And I have been a guy that's been very accurate, as a matter of fact, incredibly accurate with my calls on Bitcoin. Remember when it hit 2,800? I wrote an article. When it hit 2,800, I said it was going to $5,000. When it hit the $5,000, I said it was going to 10 and above. It followed exactly what I said it would, did exactly what I said it would when it started trading on the futures exchange. Let me say this. I hate the fact that the Wall Street wizards got their long hands on Bitcoin via this futures exchange. I hope that they keep their long, ugly hands off of cryptocurrencies altogether. Look, that's what this was supposed to be about. Decentralized mediums of exchange that couldn't be rigged by the Wall Street wizards, which they always do rig. It's very sad. But I hope that they don't touch any of these other coins out there. Just look, guys out there on Wall Street, can't you leave one damn thing alone? Just one? Or do you guys have to really get into everything? I mean, there's enough cash to go around. Seriously, just stay out of it. Anyway, that would be my wish. And I hope it comes true. I don't want to see any more regulation with regard to Bitcoin or any other altcoin. I want Wall Street's hands off of cryptocurrencies. I really do. And the more regulation it gets, or the more Wall Street can get their hands on this stuff, the worse off it's all going to be. No doubt in my mind. Anyway, let's watch all these things, people. It's very important. Now, this dynamic, don't underestimate what I just said here. Earlier, I outlined the video I did earlier today. Crypto's under pressure, stocks off their highs, reversal in cryptos, reversal in the stock market. This may be a new dynamic that you and I can capitalize on. All right, with that said, I'm going to let you all go. I'll see you in the morning. I can't wait. Over and out.